Stay tuned after this episode of Beer Equals Barley Part 2 for an important announcement from Quick Dick McDick. Or don't, whatever. It's up to you. Talk to you later. Or not. Quick Dick coming to you from Saskatchewan here today, and welcome to part 2 of Beer Equals Barley. If you remember last time, we had a fast look at how barley gets grown out here in Saskatchewan. If you missed part 1, just have a little click on this little thing up here that YouTube puts there, and you can have a reviewer. But if you remember, you will remember that we were just jumping into Blue Ball and gonna head to Prairie Malt in Bigger, Saskatchewan. Now you're gonna have to give Quick Dick a little bit of a break here. I think, judging by the comments on the last video, everyone was expecting Quick Dick to take Blue Ball all the way to Bigger, but a man's only got so much time on his hands, so we're gonna cheat a little bit. But let's pick up where we left off. Now we gotta throw a load of barley on the Blue Ball. Oh, hey, Blue Ball. We're gonna take it to Prairie Malt in Bigger, Saskatchewan. No place that I'd rather be next to you, next to me. There ain't no place that I'd rather be next to you, next to me. Yeah! Woo! Blue Ball! Once we get to Prairie Malt and Bigger, we're gonna unload Blue Ball with the barley that we've got. They're gonna do something called malting, where they start the seed germinating and then stop it using heat. It's kind of like roasting coffee, except it's barley and not coffee beans, and you have to germinate the seed. So I guess it's kind of not like roasting coffee. Close, but no cup of coffee. Then we're gonna reload Blue Ball with the malted barley, and we're gonna head to the Great Western Brewing Company in Saskatoon. I'm driving for the nation, trying to reach my destination. Most men know my rig from town to town. Rap Blue Ball. Okay, we made it to the Great Western Brewing Company. Why don't we go unload Blue Ball and see what happens with our barley? So after we unload that malt barley out of Blue Ball, it comes down into the mill where it gets ground up. Then after it's ground, it comes up into the mash cooker where water gets added to it, and we cook it. So then we come down from the mash cooker to the lauter tin where we start the extraction process. So now our extract, called wort, comes from the lauter tin down to the kettle, where it gets cooked for an hour, and you add hops to it. Grown in Saskatchewan too. Hey now, shout out to anybody out there growing hops. Full respect, just didn't make it to your farm, that's all. So then once we're done boiling, you gotta cool it down, and then we're gonna add a little bit of air to it. So then the wort gets yeast added to it, and it spends a week in the fermenters here and starts making the transformation into beer. Then we go from the fermentation tanks to the aging tanks for another week. Then makes its way to the centrifuge where the yeast gets cleaned out of it. Then it makes its way to another aging tank where it's gonna hang out here for another week. Then the next step is filtration and carbonation, where you put the finishing touches on the beer. Then it makes its way into a bright tank, where it looks just like this. Guess what the next step is? So then from the bright tank, it gets pumped over to the packaging facility, where it gets put in a can and a lid stamped on top of it. Then finally, before it gets packaged, it's gotta make its way through a pasteurizer. Then the cans make their way out of the pasteurizer into a packaging machine, where it gets put in the boxes we know so well. Then the boxes get thrown on a pallet and shrink wrapped. Then it gets loaded on a semi-trailer. And then it gets taken out over one of our hundreds of highways in Saskatchewan. It gets dropped off at liquor stores like this all across Saskatchewan. And seeing as how we're here, why don't we go get a box?
I've been drinking Great Western since 1990.
That's why I figured you'd like that.
You were right.
Now, we saw one farming operation and one brewery that is involved in getting us a can of beer. But do you understand how many different industries and businesses are involved in making this process happen? It's not just one farmer and one tractor and one brewery. It's directly and indirectly all of us. So whether you mine for fertilizer, sell seed and chemical, or deal equipment or parts, you are a part of it. Are you a mechanic that fixes any of this stuff? How about a computer programmer that makes all the software? You in the oil and gas industry, right from exploration to extraction to refining and to sales, you're a part of it. If you work in steel and aluminum industries, or in the forestry industries, or in construction, you're a part of it. And it doesn't matter whether you're driving a train or a big rig, or whether you build and fix what they run on, you're a part of it. If you're taking it off a pallet, putting it on a shelf and selling it, you're a part of it. Do you see how many people and businesses are involved just in making us a can of beer? So when you hear somebody say, we're all in this together, well, they couldn't be more right, because we're all a part of it. So when we say it's Celebrate Ag Month in Saskatchewan, that means everybody should celebrate, because everyone's a part of it. And agriculture depends on everyone else doing their part, just like everyone else depends on agriculture doing its part. Make sense? This is Quick Dick McDick signing off, reminding you, it takes everyone that's involved in ag to make sure we've all got a full grocery bag. We'll catch you next time. Don't forget, hashtag Celebrate Ag. Hello. Thanks for sticking around with Quick Dick after the video. I don't do this very often, but I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you guys. First and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for watching, sharing, liking, all the comments, all the messages that I get. Sorry if I don't get back to you all the time. Sometimes you just don't have the time to do it all, but just thanks everyone so much for being such a great group of people. You guys are really incredible. Big thanks to Alan and Devin from the Great Western Brewery for getting me through there on my ridiculous schedule that I run most of the time, because it's a little bit hectic. So thanks to you guys very much. Also, a big thanks to the Great Western Brewing Company that made a donation to the Foam Lake Health Foundation Digital X-Ray fundraiser. Thank you guys very much for that. Okay, speaking of the Foam Lake Health Foundation, I put a link to their Facebook page in the description of this video. It's an awesome group of volunteers that do a whole bunch of things to raise money for the digital X-ray machines at the Foam Lake Health Center, including a Chase the Ace draw every Thursday at Willie's Tavern in Foam Lake. This Thursday, October 15th, live on Facebook and at Willie's the Tavern, Quick Dick McDick himself is going to be there with the legendary Mr. Farrell, and we're going to be drawing a name out of the basket, and you could get a phone call from Quick Dick, and you got a chance to win a Chase the Ace. The pot at this is almost 12 grand. So check out their Facebook page, you can get some tickets, it's for a good cause, and you might get a chance to have a phone call from Quick Dick, if that means anything to you. Okay, item number 3. Sorry, I'm going fast and trying not to bore you guys here too much. A little while ago, I did a video called Try Like Terry, where it was a tribute to Terry Fox. I did some fundraising by running through a canola stubble and put a link to a page where you could donate. For anyone that donated, thank you very much. And I just wanted to let you know that combined, we raised $4,700 for the Terry Fox Foundation. So thank you guys very much. I couldn't believe what everyone had donated, and thank you for that. Speaking of donating, I had put a video on my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you don't follow me there, it's at Quick Dick McDick. You probably should, because I put some goofy stuff up there that I don't put on YouTube here. And people seem to like it too, so that's neat. But anyways, we did a little video for World Mental Health Day. And I put a link to a calendar sale that's going on, where a local lady, Erin here, that runs a photography business, is selling a calendar and donating all proceeds towards domore.ag, which is a mental health website that gives a whole bunch of links to places where you can find help for mental health. Huge sales. I'm waiting to get numbers back, but thank you everyone that bought those calendars. They made great Christmas gifts and everything. I got a link to that down in this video as well, and so thanks very much. And I'm not trying to push people to donate. I'm not trying to make this a sales channel. That's why I'm doing this after my video here too. I give people places where they can go to if they're looking to help. And some people come to me and I try and help them out by using this platform to say, hey, here's where you can go and donate to something really cool that's going on. And don't ever feel forced to do it. If you can and you want to do it, and if you don't, well, then don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, last thing that I'm gonna let you guys get going. Thanks for sticking along with me this long. www.cjkatz.com. You might have seen her before. She runs the Wheatland Cafe on CTV at noon. She's come out with a couple of awesome cookbooks just in time for the holiday season. Guys, listen, you can order these 2 cookbooks online at cjkatz.com and have your Christmas shopping done right from the cab of your tractor while you're laying down anhydrous. Don't be like Quick Dick and be going to PV Mart on December 23rd to do all your Christmas shopping. Just get it done with now. The cool thing about this is she's donating $2 from every book that's sold to the Children's Hospital. Like, what a great cause. And you can get some shopping done, and they're incredible cookbooks. I personally have donated a recipe to the cookbook to use. A recipe in one, and then I pose naked in the other one. So order them. They're going to be great Christmas gifts. And CJ's a great person, and they got some really great recipes in there. And I've got a link to that in the description of this video as well. So order them up. It's helping out the Jim Patterson Children's Hospital there. So, oh, yes, I did not pose naked in one of them. So sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to scare you there. Well, that's about it. A little up close and personal with Quick Dick. For anyone who thinks that I was distracted driving, GPS is steering this rig right now, so I'm glad we got that out of the way. I'm going to run out this tank of anhydrous, then I'm going to run home to the cinder block basement and get this edited and uploaded, so y'all got something to watch tomorrow morning. And keep an eye on my social media and on the community tab. I'm going to actually be doing some live stuff online and some live appearances in a few places, believe it or not. Social distancing, of course. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, people! That's about it. So thanks for being awesome, all you people, and thanks for stopping in to chat with me at the end of the video, even though I'm the one doing the chatting, I guess. But we'll talk to y'all soon. Take care out there.